Hello and welcome to the midweek edition of the show. Hey, it's Sports This Morning, and as always, it's going to be a delightful package indeed, taking you all around the world of sports within the next hour or thereabouts. So please stay with us. I'm yours truly, Ayotunde Balogun.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Cecilia Omogbe.
Nice to be here as always. I'm Yemi Adebayo.
All right, what's on the menu today? Well, as Nigeria takes on Australia in the round of 16 at the ongoing FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Chile, that's today. Well, the Golden Eaglet striker Victor Osimhen is indeed looking to make history by becoming the tournament's top scorer. Delightful one.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, he will be joining the likes of Chris Santos and Wilson Oruma to be the third Nigerian to do that. That's if he can score more goals. Right now, he's on 4. Okay, taking a look at the next thing we'll be looking at this morning is weightlifting. Of course, it's a competitive edge. You're having 4 Nigeria that will be going to USA for the World Championships.
All right, we'll leave weightlifting and go back to football. And of course, this man in your picture scored someone specialist in failure. But now he's looking more like the confused one, or better still, the frustrated one. Jose Mourinho is all we're going to be talking about on the show this morning. He says his players make critics look stupid. I don't understand. But we'll talk about it on the show this morning.
Okay, I do understand.
I don't understand. You
No,
lost and your critics are looking stupid?
yes, because the critics are actually criticizing his players because they're saying they are not playing for him. So the way the players played yesterday against Stoke City, they were ready to do everything possible to win that game. But sometimes results just don't go your way. And that was the thing that happened yesterday in that game. So he was actually referring to those who were saying the players are not playing for him.
Bottom line,
they are upset and all that.
They lost. Bottom line,
yes, they lost, of course. I mean,
but not scandalously, you know, not scandalously.
Yeah,
The penalties, it can go either way. You know, it really can go either way.
At this point, should we change his name?
To who?
Choose your choice. Frustrated one, confused
He's
one.
not. He's not. I mean,
he's still a happy one.
He's still the happy
As of the
one.
last time I
he said
checked,
he's happy because the players
he's still a happy
played
one.
very well.
And he says he's not under any pressure, regardless of what anybody says. You know, he's just gonna sleep over it. You know, think about the next game. You know, so and life goes on.
The Chelsea manager always divides opinion, so let's not get divided here. All right, Melinda Akilabi joins us now for the news headlines. Nice to have you with us, Melinda.
Yemi, I don't think you should change Mourinho's name. Why would you? Hey, he's a good coach, and you win some, you lose some. It's just that he may be a sore loser, but that's just
always attracting so much attention to himself.
He's quite
he needs
a
to play that
talkative
down,
kind of coach. But that's how he is. We're different people, different personalities.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, it's still sports this morning. Of course, let's remind you out there that you can always be a part of the show by sharing your thoughts, as we love to get you talking. It doesn't matter wherever you are within our borders and, of course, beyond. Well, our feedback mechanisms haven't changed, as you already know. On Facebook, we're channels_sports, and, of course, on Twitter, we're channels-sports. Don't forget, you can also send us a mail to sports@channelstv.com. And of course, we shall be taking a look at some of the issues which will include the Golden Eaglets, like we've already told you, the Nigeria Professional Football League. So hashtag Golden Eaglets. You can also hashtag the NPFL, like you see there. Match Day 35, hashtag that as well, and hashtag Capital One Cup. Yes, we shall be taking a look at some of the results and, of course, the fixtures played that will be played today and the ones decided yesterday. And hashtag weightlifting, talking about weightlifting in Nigeria. What's the next big thing as it concerns that sport? And, of course, not forgetting the special one, or the happy one, or frustrated one, whichever way you want to look at it, hashtag Mourinho. Let's hear from you on any of these issues. Or the disappointed one. Let's hear on any of these issues today. And rest assured, we'll definitely do our best, you know, to take as many of your comments and observations. So it can't get any better than this.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Jose is one of the few coaches that...
Are you going to go there again?
It brings... no, I just have to say this. It brings smiles to your face. I mean, it divides opinion, but, you know, it just leaves... You know, it comes to a press conference and gives you something to go
you know what?
Something to chew on.
Hashtag Jose Mourinho right on Twitter and check what you're going to get.
Yes.
Now, everyone is actually supporting him.
That's what I'm saying.
All the fans, all of them are actually telling Abramovich, look, he is the best we have. Do not let him go. So no matter what you say, the frustrated one, disappointed one, the unhappy one, whatever, but the fans just want him to stay. So until the fans start carrying placards and all that, they don't want him anymore. Maybe that's why you can start saying,
my point is not whether or not. My point is not
I think he's
whether
still this special one.
Whatever. My point is not whether or not he's going to get sacked. My point is sitting here, it makes the job fun. Because he entertains you. It gives you something to smile about. He divides opinion. Yeah, that's what he does. But you know, there's always going to be a talking point with Jose. So we move on.
All right.
Thank you. Let's talk about the Under-17 World Cup now. We are talking about Victor Osimhen, of course, who is on the verge of making
joining his compatriots, Wilson Oruma and
Macaulay
Chrysanthos.
By the way, where's Macaulay Chrysanthos now?
Don't ask me. Let me continue.
I'll throw the question to you.
Last I heard, I think he's in Greece. I don't know. Last I heard, I think he was in Greece. But we're going to be playing Australia.
2007. Wow. How many years
long
later?
Time ago.
Okay.
The issues are deeper than that. Match details for you.
Midnight tonight.
Yes. A little mix up yesterday, but you know, corrected.
Got it right now.
So 12 midnight. That's when we're playing, and that day, Thursday, 29th of October. You know, so anywhere you are, just remember to keep vigil and support the Golden Eaglets on the brink of you know. I don't want to say making history because they're the most successful team at the 17 level, but just consolidating their position as the best at this level. And it's also good, we're playing a team that we have defeated 5 times at the FIFA Under-17. I mean, maybe we should just go memory lane and talk about it. I wasn't around in 85. I didn't get to see the game. But in 93, I got to see that game. That's it. Head-to-head. In 95, the team that had James Obiora, Edward Ayanke, Ginewari George, Boswa and Benga Okunowo, that was in 95. In 2001, Toby Mano was talking about that team yesterday.
You also had Mikel Obi, right? He was the one who scored the winning goal.
That's in 2003. 2003. That was the Mikel set that had Chinedu Obasi in that. In 2007, that glorious team also led by Yemi Teller also defeated them. Of blessed memory. Also defeated them en route winning. So I guess the only one I didn't get to see.
The 85.
1985. I was alive, mind you, but you know I can't remember. I can't remember that far.
You were too young.
To remember what went down.
Too young to know what was
but
happening.
But in '93, I mean, I saw that. I think Peter Anosike and Wanko Kanu got the goals. Kanu was a substitute on that day. I remember that game very well. So interesting. I don't want to say that I'm not scared, but I expect. We all
expect
that the Golden Eaglets will scale this hurdle and move to the next round. Hopefully, we'll beat our opponents, move to the quarterfinal, take it one game
at a time
as it comes, and we'll see what happens. I think we should be able to get some other fixtures. Okay. Let's move on.
You're talking about weightlifting, of course. You're going to be having 4 lifters representing Nigeria at the World Championships in USA in Houston, and of course they're in close camp in Abuja presently. They will be leaving soon, and of course the coaches actually training them as much as they can. You're having about 4 of them. Yinka Ayenuwa, I'm talking about the lifters now that will be flying Nigeria's flag in the USA. You're having a Yinka Ayenuwa, Oluwatoyin Adesomi. Then you also have a Gideon Agbefo, and of course Miriam Usman. She is definitely the leader of that delegation. You have their coach, of course, Ekanem. He's Andrew Ekanem. He's there with them. And of course, another female coach, Evelyn Oyena Kazi. She is also there with them. And interesting one is you're going to be having, one of a board member of the Nigerian Weightlifting Federation being to officiate in that.
Lawrence Ikwebon, the technical director of the federation.
That is it. So he's going to be there. So I think it's also a plus for the weightlifters. So Road to Rio already started.
And it's heartwarming when you read that the weightlifters were selected on merit.
Yes.
And that's what we always want to hear, because when it's towards Olympic year, you hear a lot of things, favoritism, someone dropped, someone, but we hear that all of the 4 athletes that were picked on merit, and they're now being whipped into shape. One thing is talent. the other thing is harnessing, you know, your talent, conditioning yourself properly so that you can, you know, bring your best performance on the day that is needed. You know, you can do some things in training.
But when you get to the tournament
on the day you need to do it.
Inspiration just, you know,
so I guess
develops wings.
Obviously, the guys can do it. Conditioning is what they're trying to do now. How to, ensure that they do well when they get to Houston, when they go for that tournament, and hopefully, you know, like Cecilia said, is an Olympic qualifier, and I hope that in all the categories that we have Nigerians, that we excel, and you know, get a chance to be at the Olympics. And of course, this also is a medal, medal prospect for Nigeria. And I'm hoping that we'll be able to, you know, get
qualify and also get the medal needed.
Yeah, that's our hope. And we hope that was going to happen.
As many goals as possible.
Of course.
There's weightlifting.
Like I always say, you don't win the silver, you actually lose the gold. So.
But it's a long road to winning a gold medal in weightlifting. You know, I always like to be a realist. At first, just qualify first, then we take it from there. At this stage, talking about the gold, you know, if it was the All African Games, I'll say yeah, but you know, you're going to compete against a larger pool now, and against people that are, you know, I hate saying it, but better prepared. You know, so that kind of reduces.
What makes you think all of them are? I mean, all of them.
I said a larger pool.
No, all of them are better prepared than Nigeria.
I said some. I didn't say all.
All of them.
You're competing against a larger pool. And some of them, not all. Some of them are better prepared. And I have not said that the Nigerians are not prepared.
Okay.
So let's put this in perspective.
Level of preparations, you know,
yes. You know,
differ. Yeah.
Man for man, you know, man for man, we might. Man for man, you know, some of those people might not be